Yeah, hi students. In the last class we discussed about different types of macro and micronutrients and their functions and their existence mix within the plant pods which are present, right? And the deficiency symptoms we discussed, and the functions also we discussed, right? That is about the last class summary. And coming to this class, we are going to discuss about the deficiency symptoms. See, sir, in a plant, there is an micronutrients are there. If the micronutrients present at a balanced state, okay, that concentration is called what? That particular concentration is called as critical concentration. Balanced state of micronutrients or the macronutrients, that balancing state concentration is called as critical concentration. That is nothing but required concentration. That is nothing but the required concentration. If in case, if the concentration is decreased, if the concentration is low, right? Say in that case, deficiency symptoms are produced. One mineral is there. If the mineral levels are less in the soil, in that case, there is a deficiency symptoms are produced. We discussed different types of deficiency symptoms. And coming to the next one, high concentration. If the same mineral present high concentration, if the mineral is present high concentration levels, in that case, that one shows the toxicity. Remember, either low concentration, either high concentration, both these are dangerous to the plant. Okay. Always the balance of concentration is required to the plant. Low concentration produces deficiency symptoms, high concentration produces the toxicity. High concentration produces toxicity. Okay. So that is about the deficiency symptoms based on that low and high concentration. Remember, the deficiency symptoms produces morphological changes. What we discussed, reduced growth of a plant and the vein clearing process, the veins are damaged, and the chlorosis process, chlorophyll degradation process, the stem pigmentation, right? So different types of symptoms produced by the deficiency case. So that's nothing but morphological changes. Morphological changes, right? So that is about the mineral metabolism deficiency symptoms. And mobility of elements. Coming to next one is mobility of elements. See, this is a very important area. Some of the bits, okay, given from this area, mobility of elements. See, some of the elements are actively mobilized. Some of the elements are actively mobilized. Example, nitrogen is actively mobilized, potassium is actively mobilized, manganese is actively mobilized, and remember sulfur. See, there is a contrast in the NCRT. The sulfur is given here. The sulfur is given here, immobilized. But exact answer is here. Sulfur is also mobilized here. Sulfur is also mobilized element. So here there is a nitrogen, potassium, right, manganese, sulfur. Right? These are the actively mobilized elements. So if actively mobilized elements are having the deficiency, if the actively mobilized elements are in a plant present very low concentratedly, then the disease symptoms are appears in which parts? The disease symptoms are appears first in water. Remember, if the actively mobilized elements are deficient in a plant, the first deficiency symptoms are appears in water leaves. Because here water leaves contains the minerals are transported from water pods to dew pods, then first disease symptoms are appears in water pods. The first deficient symptoms are appears in water pods. Right? So here the old pods transports the minerals to new pods. Then there is no chance for the disease symptoms in any pods. The old pods having the symptoms, the deficiency symptoms first, right? And immobile, see, which are not moving, which are not transported, which are not moving, which are not transported, right? See, the best example is the calcium. Remember, calcium is an immobilized element or non-transported element, and the disease symptoms are first appears in leaves because which are not transporting from old leaves to new leaves. Old leaves means the lifespan is almost completed. Whatever the useful minerals are there, the useful minerals are transported from old leaves to the young leaves. In that case, there is no chance for the appearance of disease or deficiency symptoms. There is no chance for the appearance of deficiency symptoms in young leaves. So, in this case, the deficiency symptoms are first appears in old leaves. But here, no transportation. Already old leaves are having. So here young leaves are not having. The old leaves are not supporting for the transportation. These minerals are not supporting for the transportation. So here the disease symptoms are appears first in young leaves. The deficient symptoms are first appears in young leaves. So this is a very important area. Minerals are there and these functions, right? Appears disease symptoms in old leaves and the young leaves. And toxicity of microelements. Toxicity of microelements. See, we already discussed moderate concentration, that is the required concentration. Less than moderate concentration, that is nothing but deficiency symptoms are produced. Deficiency symptoms are produced. Okay, increased moderate concentration. It's more than moderate concentration. That one is toxicity. High concentration is the toxicity. Low concentration produces the deficiency symptoms. Right? Between these two, the middle one is the moderate concentration. Right? That one is also called required concentration. That one is also called critical concentration. Right? Say any metal ion. We are discussing about the toxicity of metals. This is a very important one. Any metal ion concentration in tissue. Any metal ion concentration in tissue. That reduces the dry weight. That reduces the dry weight of 10%, especially in tissues. Reduces the dry weight up to the 10%. This is considered as toxic. That particular condition is called as toxic condition. See, one of the mineral concentration is more. That more concentration mineral affects the particular other minerals concentration. Okay, other minerals concentration. 10% is decreased. 10% is decreased. See, reduces the dry weight of by 10% is considered as toxic. Very simple. One mineral concentration is more. That high concentration mineral affects the other minerals absorption. See, I like to explain. Okay, this point and the third point. Many times, excess of an element. For suppose one particular element is more. For suppose manganese concentration is more. That manganese high concentration affects the iron absorption and other minerals absorption. So many times excess of an element may inhibit the uptake of another element. So very simple. One mineral concentration is more. That high concentration mineral inhibits the absorption of other minerals. Right? And the toxic symptoms are very difficult to identify. Just now I said one mineral concentration is more. This one affects the absorption of remaining minerals. Maybe 3 minerals are affected. 3 minerals absorption is affected. The 3 mineral symptoms also appear. See, one mineral concentration is more. That one affects the absorption of different types of minerals. So, okay, within that plant, all these 3 or all these 4 or all these 5 or 6. Okay, see the affected minerals, the absorption affected minerals, all symptoms are appear. Very simple concept. This is one of the plant. Within this plant, manganese concentration is more. Manganese concentration is more. If the manganese concentration is more, this one affects the absorption of iron, and this one affects the absorption of other metals like potassium and some other. Okay. See, I am saying here example. So here metal, manganese, high concentration. This high concentration decreases the absorption of iron and decreases the absorption of other elements. So iron disease symptoms are appear. Okay, iron deficiency symptoms are appear, and other mineral deficiency symptoms also appear. So what I am trying to tell here, the toxic symptoms are very difficult to identify because here this one is high concentration. Okay, all these low concentration minerals deficiency symptoms also appear within the plants. That's the reason why toxic symptoms are difficult to identify. Toxic symptoms are difficult to identify. Next one, I like to give one example here. Manganese. How the manganese high concentration affects the remaining metals metabolism. I'll explain now. Okay. Yeah. Here I said that example for the toxicity. We discussed about the toxicity. High concentration is present. And the best example is here manganese toxicity. Generally, high concentration of manganese produces the toxicity symptoms here. Brown spots. Brown spots are surrounded by the chloride rings. Whatever that plants are there within one plant, manganese is present high concentratedly. That is nothing but toxicity. Manganese toxicity is there. In that plant, the disease symptoms are here. Brown spots. Brown spots are surrounded by the chloride rings. Brown spots are developed, especially the veins are there. The veins contain chlorophyll is taken. Right? So that is nothing but the brown spots surrounded by the chloride rings. Manganese toxicity. And remember, impacts of manganese toxicity. I already said one mineral or one element concentration is more. Okay, this one can affect the different types of mineral metabolisms. Different types of mineral metabolisms. The example is here manganese impacts. The manganese competes with the iron and magnesium. The manganese is compete with for absorption of iron and magnesium per uptake. That is nothing but more concentration of manganese is present in a plant. Inhibits the absorption of iron and inhibits the absorption of magnesium. If the manganese absorbed high concentratedly in a plant, that manganese inhibits the absorption of iron and the magnesium. Right? That is the first one, first impact. And second one, manganese compete with the magnesium. Manganese compete with the magnesium. Okay, to bind with the enzymes. To bind with the enzymes. Very simple explanation. A group of enzymes which are activated presence of manganese. Right? A group of enzymes. A group of enzymes which are activated presence of magnesium. Presence of magnesium. So in a plant, high concentration of manganese is there. Automatically, it affects the magnesium absorption. So the magnesium concentration is low. But these enzymes always requires these enzymes always requires magnesium. These enzymes always require magnesium. So see, this one is low concentration. This one is high concentration. In that case, manganese is binding with these enzymes. Manganese is binding with these enzymes. Once the manganese is binding with these enzymes, okay, these enzymes are not shows the activity. These enzymes are not shows the activity. So enzymes also inactivated presence of manganese. The enzyme activity is also inhibited presence of manganese. That is the second impact. And third one, manganese inhibits the calcium translocation. First, suppose we know the mesosomatic cells richly requires the calcium for the formation of the calcium pectate and the magnesium pectate. If the calcium translocation is blocked, the cell division is also inhibited. The cell division is also inhibited. So what I am trying to tell here, the translocation of calcium is inhibited by the high concentration of manganese. So, see, these are the three different types of impacts or three different types of elements, okay, shown by the increase of single element, right? So, here, the high concentration of manganese induces deficiency symptoms of iron, magnesium and the calcium. That is about the manganese toxicity, and this is the best example for the toxicity cap, right? And next one, mechanism of absorption. Remember, we had to know here there is an apoplast and a symplast. So what is apoplast and what is symplast? I will explain in a very simple manner. Apoplast and symplast are transportation mechanisms. For suppose this is the root head. Here many number of cells are there, right? These are the cells. So here two kinds of transportations are taking place. The water is transported in two ways. The minerals also transported in two ways. See, this is the water molecule absorbed and transported between adjacent cell walls. This one is called as apoplast. This type of transportation is called as apoplast. And this is the water transported. Between the cells, in between. See, water is transported from one cell to another cell. Okay, here cytoplasmic connections are there. This cell is connected with another cell. This cell is connected with another cell. So here, this is the protoplasmic connected transport. But apoplast is not like that. So this transportation is called as symplast. Apoplast between the cell walls. There is no protoplasmic connection here. Always this is the cell and this is the cell and this is the cell. So this is the cell. So adjacent cell walls, the molecules or the water molecules or the minerals are transported. This is called apoplast, right? So this is the basic types of transportation. I will explain clearly in the next chapter, that is the transporting plants, right? See, all minerals cannot be absorbed passively by roots. Okay, mainly two phases are there. One phase is called as initial phase, other one is called as metabolic phase. See, rapid uptake of ions into free spaces. This is the root head. There is cells are there. Right? Between the cells, there is free spaces are there. Or between the adjacent cell walls, free space are there. Into free spaces, rapidly the minerals are absorbed. This is the passive absorption, because here the minerals are not crossing any plasma membrane. Here molecules are absorbed from high concentration to low concentration. Minerals are absorbed from high concentration to low concentration. Right? This is the passive process. So passive process not requires ATP. And this is the non-selection process. Just now I said there is no involvement of plasma membrane. Cell wall is dead. And here, the molecules are transported between the cell walls. Rapid absorption is there. No selective process because cell wall is dead. Right? So, non-selective process. Remember, always minerals not only absorbed by the passive mechanism. For suppose this is the root head. These are the minerals, high concentration. Inside these minerals, low concentration present. This is example for the passive transport. And some of the minerals are there already inside the plant. high concentrated inside the cell. Inside the cell, high concentrated minerals are present. High concentrated minerals are present, right? Outside the soil, here low concentratedly present. Minerals are low concentratedly present. So here, minerals are absorbed from low concentration to high concentration. Low concentration to high concentration. So this one is called active absorption. This one is called active absorption. So all minerals cannot be absorbed by the passive mechanism, especially by the roots, right? We have two main phases are there for the absorption process. One is outside to inside. That is the phase 1 absorption. Again from inside to inside the cells. Inside to inside the cells. This is the root hair. This is the root hair. So in the first phase or initial phase, from here to here. From here to here. Again, the second phase, from here to inside the cells. Inside the cells. So here, ions are taken slowly into inner space. Means inside the cell. This is the selective process because in this second phase, the molecules, the ions should be cross the plasma membrane. Here, either passive mechanism, or active mechanism. Either passive mechanism or active mechanism. Both these are present here. And active movement required energy. We know the active transportation always requires energy in the form of ATP. Right. And selective process. This is a selective process because this transportation should be cross the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane contains the proteins. The proteins are nothing but transporters. The transporters are involved in the transportation process. So that is about the mechanism of absorption. That is about the mechanism of absorption. Remember, initial phase from soil to inside inner parts. And the second one from inner parts to inside the cell. Inside the cell. So the second one is called as metabolic phase. First one is called as initial phase. And see, we have to know about here there is an influx and efflux. First of all, flux. Flux means movement of ions. Movement of ions or movement of metals is called as flux. Influx means the minerals are transported from outside to inside. That one is called as influx. Efflux. Here minerals are transported from inside to outside. This one is called as efflux. This one is called as efflux. Right? That is about the mechanism of absorption and that phases